Hi there. Absolutely joyful to share some thoughts with you today about will I ever learn to be honest? So I shared a story with you a while back about me trying to be, not being honest, then learning to try to do better. And I had another experience when I was a teenager. And sometimes things are embarrassing, but I feel like if I can share some things with you, then you know what? We all just can understand that we all make mistakes and we all have a lot to learn. So I was with a friend's family, a boy and his family, and we had gone to visit his cousins about an hour and a half away, I guess. And I still don't know why my mom let me go on that trip. But I went on this trip, and that night we were going to be driving his grandparents' car and going to a drive-in movie with all of his cousins. And I was out there and he was in his grandparents' car and he was backing it up, or I don't know why he was in the driver's seat, but he was. And I was standing in between his grandparents' car and another car. And he decided to try to scare me by going forward a little bit instead of backing the car up. And he missed the brake. He wasn't used to driving that car, and he missed the brake, and he pinched my legs in between the two cars. And of course he backed up quickly and got out and are you okay? And I said, oh yeah, I'm okay. In the beginning, when something happens, you quite often are okay. It's that I wasn't honest after this and where it went. So throughout the evening, while sitting at a drive-in movie, my left leg must have gotten it just a little bit more than the right leg, must not have been straight on, but my underneath my knee in the shin and the calf area was so painful. And I kept trying to stretch it and unstretch it, and oh my goodness, it was so painful. It was so painful through the whole movie. But I didn't want to let him know that it hurt my leg. And I felt so bad, and he had felt bad, but I didn't want to feel worse. So when we get home that night, luckily I didn't have to walk anywhere during the evening. When we get home that night, I still covered it up. I managed to get inside the house, and I can remember not quite making it to the bedroom where I was going to sleep and just kind of sitting down on the chair in the kitchen and making an excuse to talk for a minute because I was in such pain. And then I got up and I made it to the room. And it was late, and I was able to put my leg up on a pillow, and it was hurt. It was hurt really bad. It started swelling, black and blue. It was really bad. The next morning, still not honest, just mushed my way through getting out the door and into the car to drive back home. And then of course shared with my parents when I got home, and then my parents told him what happened, and he came over all apologetic. Why did I not just be honest in the first place? Why? It is so amazing to me that I think I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings and I don't say things. And it's amazing to me how many times I think somebody thinks something, but they really don't, and I don't talk it out. Well, being honest and talking it out would really, really have helped that situation right at the beginning, and so many more times in my life too. So I've been reading in my journal and Joe and I's dating years, and it's so interesting how many times I write what I'm feeling, but I don't say those things to Joe. Why? Why do we not just honestly share what's on our mind and what we're feeling? It's so much better to talk things out. So now Joe and I have been married for 38 years. And I'm so much better at this because if something's bothering me, I know the best thing I can do is talk it out with Joe, and I will feel so much better. It's almost like this knot in my stomach, it just somehow goes away when I talk it out. Now, I do have the most amazing husband, and he is great at listening and great at helping me get through things. But I want to go another step further, just another step further. How many times in my life have I said, oh, that person, I can tell they don't like me. I can just tell by the way they look at me, or by the way they stand, or by the way, you just get this feeling that so-and-so doesn't like you. And then I find out later, that was all in my head. There was nothing to it. And I just wish that I could be honest with myself and with others and say and talk and just have things work out a lot smoother than when I try to have people approve of me all the time or don't say something because I don't want to hurt their feelings. So I'm going to share those thoughts with you in hopes that you will find someone to talk things out with, find ways to be honest and share your feelings. It's the best way to go. It will help you through so many tough times. Thanks for listening today, and I hope you find ways to be absolutely joyful and be full of peace today.